Alex Critchlow, one of the commissioners for Veterans Affairs here in the City and County of San Francisco. And I would like to introduce you to Mr. Roger Dong, who is the project manager for the Veterans Resource Center, also known as the VRC, in the War Memorial Building. Hello, Roger.
How are you?
Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to tell us a bit about the Veterans Resource Center and your help in creating it. We are standing in the Resource Center, and later on you will get to meet some of the assistants who work here and are all veterans themselves. Roger, you're a veteran.
Correct.
And can you tell us a little bit more about you?
Okay, well, I'm a retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel. I served 11 years in active duty and then 17 years in reserves. And after I retired in 1994, I was recalled as a civilian GS-14 to be the defense attaché in Taiwan.
Well, thank you, and thank you for your service.
My pleasure.
Now, how did the creation of the VRC come about?
Well, about 2 years ago, we were in a staff meeting, and we had a consultant helping us get our mission straight. And one of the burning questions he asked us at the end of a meeting is, Roger, you and the American Legion, what have you done for veterans lately? And that was a kick in the stomach to me, because I said, oh my gosh, let me think. And after thinking for about a day, I said, we better start doing some things for the veterans.
Yes.
And so we got together and brainstormed, and in a month or two we determined that what we really need to do here in San Francisco is to provide proper services for our veterans returning home from combat zone as well as the military. And so that was the genesis of the Veterans Resource Center, and that was about 18 months ago.
Wow, a lot of work has gone into it since then, and I know it's been successful. Several veterans have told me that they come by on a regular basis. And you also allow the veteran service organizations that are here in the building to make use of it too during its open hours.
Well, it's very, very critical. Actually, all I can do with the American Legion is provide the space for the VSOs to provide the services to our veterans. And so that's what we're trying to do. We work very hard at it. And the VSOs are responding now.
Yes.
And we expect that very shortly we're going to get our first hire here after being opened up for a month.
This is great, great news. Now you had some committed partners from the community at large for doing this.
Absolutely. This would not have happened if it was just American Legion footholding it. We definitely had some great help. We outreached to a gentleman by the name of Mr. Craig Newmark, founder of Craigslist, and Mr. Newmark was very happy to help us with a lot of the equipment that we had to purchase to set this place up, as well as fund the staff salaries, which is very, very critical, because our staffers are all veterans from Iraq, and there's also students, but we're able to pay them for their valuable service to maintain the facility here.
And jobs for vets.
And jobs for vets, that's the bottom line.
Yes.
We also had a gentleman by the name of Joe Catanucci.
Yes.
Joe is a partner with the Mass Mutual here in San Francisco. And by luck, I ran into him the day that he had a lot of furniture available. So a lot of furniture you see here in the VRC was donated by Joe, and I think we got about $15,000 worth of furniture, almost new furniture from Joe.
Well, much gratitude is extended to them.
Yeah, and then a couple of veterans opened up their wallets, and now we have computers in here. We've got 13 computers in here now, donated by patriotic veterans.
It's incredible, you know, everybody coming together like that.
That's what it takes.
And the other services, other than the computers being available for use, you also have it set up that people can print?
Oh, yes. With the funding from Mr. Newmark, we bought a very, very nice new printer that can be networked, so that not only do our managers have access to the printers, all the users also have access to the printers.
That's pretty valuable. And what about fax services? Is that available?
Fax service is available in our office downstairs.
Okay.
So.
And that would be the War Memorial Commission Administration Office,
right,
which is also open in the afternoons.
Right, 1 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Okay, great. Well, it's good that they seem to work alongside each other as far as staffing.
Well, absolutely. We have to team up. Today, there are many, many organizations and many, many people who are trying to help veterans. And I think what a really critical point that needs to be taken is for us to start working more and more together to conserve our resources and be more effective in
Yes.
our efforts to help the veterans.
Yeah, joining forces, working together. We did it in the military, and
That's
we're
right.
still doing it today.
I think those valuable
Yes.
lessons from the military are really having a payoff here as now that we're veterans and serving the veteran community.
Yes, and I think it's been also wonderful the way people from the community, outside community, civilian community, has stepped forward to work right alongside our veterans.
Well, we are really lucky. In this point in history, unlike the Vietnam days,
Yes.
just about everybody feels morally obliged and very helpful, very welcoming to help our veterans coming back home. And that's going to make our job a lot easier when we don't have to fight the public.
Yes. Well, thank you for all of the work. Is there anything else you'd like to add about the Resource Center that we didn't cover?
Well, just want to mention to everybody that the VRC is open Monday through Friday, 1 to 5. And we have we have excellent support staff here, and we're going to encourage every veteran who needs any kind of help to come on by. And if we can't help you, we'll make sure you're taken care of anyway.
Oh, well, thank you, Roger.
Okay.
And I also want to say thank you on behalf of the American Legion and AMVETS, the DAV, VFW, Purple Heart, and I'm sorry if I've forgotten any of the VSOs, but if it weren't for you, this would not be possible.
Well,
so thank you very much.
Right.
For your
I
work.
can't take any credit for the credit needs to spread out to a lot of different people in different organizations.
Okay, thanks.
There are always important contributions that make or break a project. And the one individual who's been helping veterans for a long time, but sort of low profile, who deserves a lot of thanks, but then about a year ago when we started thinking about starting a Veterans Resource Center, he immediately volunteered and offered his help. So I'd like to bring up Mr. Craig Newmark today, who's funding about 2/3 of the whole project. We really have to thank him for making this project possible.
You're giving me much too much credit, but to keep things simple, as I overly do, the deal is that if I feel sometimes there's not much I can do, but if there are people willing to go overseas and risk taking a bullet for me, then the least I can do is help a little bit with something I do understand, which is computers, and then giving a voice to people who rarely get a break, who don't get enough of one. So that's the deal with what I've done.
Craig, on behalf of the American Legion, this certificate of appreciation is presented to you in recognition and sincere appreciation of outstanding service and assistance, which contributed to the advancement of the American Legion programs and activities dedicated to God and country. Thank you, sir.
Hello, we're at the brand new Veterans Resource Center in San Francisco. We're at the Veterans War Memorial Building, which is located at 401 Van Ness. And I would like to introduce the facility manager for the VRC here, and this is Mike Smith. Mike, can you tell us a little bit about your military background?
Well, I was in the U.S. Army for 4 years. I was an electronics technician. Did a tour in Iraq, and now I'm here working at the VRC.
Great. Well, how did you get here at the VRC? Because you actually run the facility here, don't you?
Well, 3 of us run the facility. My good friend James called me one day and said, "Would you like a job?" And I said, "Yes, it'd be great. Since I'm going to school, a part-time job would supplement pretty well." So came in and interviewed, and here I am.
And you've been open since when?
August 15th, we had our grand opening.
And so how is the outreach going to the veterans here in San Francisco?
It's going really well. What we're trying to do is get the word out as much as possible through events, Facebook, social networking, anything we can get our hands on to get the word out to people who don't know about the place.
Well, if you don't know about it, obviously you can't utilize it. So really, part of the reason that we're here is to present the VRC of San Francisco to the citizens that live here, and especially to the veteran community that may not know that this is happening here. And it really is a collaborative effort of veteran service organizations coming together, especially the American Legion and AMVETS and other groups like that, really trying to find unique and different ways to outreach really to your generation of veterans. So here's your chance to encourage them to come in and register with you.
Well, I think the advantage of having the VRC here is to outreach to all veterans, not just a specific type of veteran, but everybody is welcome here. And that's really important because in a school environment, we have students, and we cater to students. Here, everybody is catered to, whether it be World War II, Vietnam, Korea, Iraq, Afghanistan, everybody's welcome here. So we have resources to help everybody out with information about benefits, school, jobs especially.
And that's really, that's really the main purpose of this, is to help veterans become self-sufficient, self-reliant, and to upgrade their skills.
Exactly. That's the meat and potatoes of this program, is to refine all veterans into a really attractive individual for companies and other sorts.
And if veterans out there are watching and they want to get in touch with you, can you give us a phone number and an email address? Absolutely.
Our phone number is area code 415-926-5090. And our email address is wmb.sf.vrc@gmail.com.
Thank you so much for what you're trying to do for our veterans, and thank you for your service, Micah.
Thank you for having me.
I'd like to introduce Randolph Martinez, who is one of 3 facility managers here at the VRC in San Francisco. And Randolph, you are a United States Marine Corps veteran?
Yes, I am.
Very good. And can you tell us how you came to be one of the co-managers here?
Sure. In 2005, I got out and I stumbled upon jobs after jobs. 2009, the new GI Bill came to be about. And then I ended up in CCSF, City College San Francisco. I met a group of guys there who were trying to make stuff happen for veterans at the school.
Now you also had like a veteran resource center on campus over there, didn't you?
Correct. Those same group of guys, we worked together to get a veterans resource center over there. And after quite some time, I became the president of that group. And the former president invited me to one of the meetings here at the War Memorial Veterans Building. And I met this nice group. The name was Bay Area Veterans Alliance. Mm-hmm. And I started liking stuff, started falling in love with this building. And I just heard that they were going to do another Veterans Resource Center here. So I started getting engaged. I started to be proactive. And after that, I ended up being one of the managers here.
And really, you really just kind of gave a key to people who are really listening what we're trying to tell you. You become engaged. You become an active participant in your own recovery. You become an active participant in your seek for employment or training or whatever the issue. You can't just sit back and let people come to you. You have to actually go out into the community and make your needs known. That's why you guys are here.
Right. I know that one of the biggest also thing that I've seen is that veterans have experienced some type of disappointment in the services, and therefore they're a little bit resilient to come over here and look for service. So the whole thing about the VRC here is change that culture. You know, having people like Jerome Bahai who working with employers that are gonna give veterans a job. It's just not one of those things that you go in and put a resume and you never get a call back. Those are the kind of things that will drive veterans around, away from you. And so having that here, that atmosphere, really creates a big difference. And you're gonna see an inflection of veterans coming over here. They know. One of the biggest things that I love doing here is that we don't specialize in one service only. You know, we're not not just benefit, not just employment, although employment's a big thing, you know. And so when the veteran comes here and they ask, well, what do you guys do? I say, what do you want me to do? What do you need me to do for you? You know, because that's what I'm here for. And, well, I need this and I need that. Let's make a few phone calls. They walk out of this room feeling that they got something done. It's the biggest thing that I can do for them.
Because somebody listened to what they need or want to get to the next point. Because, you know, really, the name of our series is Veterans Helping Veterans, and that's exactly what we are doing. Trying to find a way to help the veterans overcome whatever issues they may have. And so really, I think this is great, should be replicated throughout the entire United States. Veteran Resource Centers should be everywhere. And we also want to make a point that you're not a part of the VA, but you work with the VA.
Correct.
This is a non-profit organization.
Correct. We are, all three of us, you know, we just work for the VRC. We don't work for anyone else, you know. And so the beautiful part is that three of us are veterans. You know, it's not to say that civilians don't do it, but a lot of the veterans, what I've seen is that they have a more connection to it, and has helped us out. Because I know what they mean when they're like, I've been to this job fair, I've been to the other job fair. I know what they mean because I was in one of those job fairs. I never got called back. So when I express that to them, it's a quick connection. And then when I tell them that we're gonna make this thing differently, then that's when veterans start engaging more. Yeah. So it's really good feeling.
Very good. Thank you for everything you do for our veterans in San Francisco.
Thank you.
I'd like to introduce James Small, who's also one of the VRC facility managers here. And James, obviously, you're an Army veteran, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what'd you do in the service?
I was a tanker, 19 kilo.
All right, very good. Just a quick aside here, when I was in the service, I was stationed at Fort Knox, Kentucky, home of armor. And that's exactly what my job was working at the Armor School for tankers. So tell me how you came about to be one of the facility managers here.
Well, I had experience working at City College of San Francisco. We worked at the Veterans Resource Center there, and they liked what we were doing over there, and they asked us to come on board over here.
So what do you think?
I think it's great. I really like helping veterans, and what's great about this resource center as opposed to the other resource center is we can do anything here. Like the other one was for help student veterans. This place is to help all veterans in any area. So, you know, it builds community. We help with benefits. We help with jobs. There's nothing we can't do here.
Well, there it is. There's nothing we can't do here in the city of San Francisco. So really, I do have a tendency to repeat myself, but really it's for the veterans out there who say, well, nobody cares or nobody wants to help me. That's not true. Here it is, downtown San Francisco, 401 Van Ness Street, really easy to get to on public transportation. So for anyone out there who wants to get in touch with you, go ahead and give us your phone number one more time for the VRC here.
Yes, ma'am. It's 415-926-5090.
So really, veterans out there, there are people, agencies, nonprofits, veteran service organizations that want to help you. Come and get your help. Thank you so much, James.
Thank you.
It is really my distinct pleasure to introduce my commander of Post 34 of San Francisco. This is Commander Helen Wong. Thank you, Commander, for being a guest on our TV show today. And really, there's a reason why you're a guest today. And I would like to say thank you for your support for the VRC here in San Francisco. And can you tell us why you wanted to come to San Francisco today?
Well, actually, our post has been meeting in this building, 401 Van Ness, for over 20 years. And it wasn't until recently that we were able to get more than our usual 5 or 6 veterans coming into our post meetings, which is on the second Saturday of the month here. Mainly because we're offering them a little bit more than sit and drink coffee. You know, we don't drink alcohol, so we have to offer something else. And recently we started our AMVETS for Vets Sundays. And that's a time where veterans can come in, have a meal on AMVETS. We received a grant, so we're able to offer something for them to eat while they listen to lectures. We have relaxation groups going on. We have just different topics going on all the time each Sunday. Okay, but recently we were very excited to hear that the Veterans Resource Center was opening, and though we didn't have much of a hand in helping get this launched, we're very happy to say we've been included. And at our national convention in August, we were part of a training seminar where we heard about the AMVETS Career Centers. Right now they are located in Ohio. There's 60 career centers in Ohio, but they want to expand. And Activision, which makes the Call of Duty, they have given the AMVETS national endowment. And we said, we want one of these career centers in our area. And we just heard yesterday that we're one of 6 sites that were selected to be a AMVETS Career Center.
So we are really pleased to announce that Post 34 in San Francisco, this is the first one in the state of California. And really the online courses are really tremendous that they offer everything, web sites, programming, everything. They will help you get licensing. This is a fabulous program, and the fact that we were able to get it here in San Francisco is really a major coup for the veterans that live here.
Right, and we've been talking about, well, wouldn't that be nice? It's a nice marriage. The Resource Center has the computers. We've got the online courses, over 300 that we can access, and job services that we can offer. So wouldn't that be a nice match? And sure enough, we were lucky enough to be selected.
How about fees? Any cost?
No, that's the beauty of this whole thing. It's free to veterans, active duty personnel, and National Guard and reservists, which is something that's not offered to anywhere else, anyone else like that. So we're pleased, and we hope to be able to get this going by October. They were going to be sending me to training to learn about how they run their career centers. And, you know, incidentally, I'm an occupational therapist, Army trained to
retired lieutenant colonel, ma'am.
That's it's neither here nor there. But, you know, it's coming from the other end. As an occupational therapist, I get people job ready, whether they have disabilities, physical or mental. This is a perfect match. You know, once we get them to rehab to a point where they can work, go out there, then here's something that they can latch onto and keep going forward. And my last position with the VA was working with the post-traumatic stress disorder program, PTSD program. And, you know, I could get them job ready to a certain point. We can work on the stresses. We can do this and do that. But as far as actually giving them a career, it was kind of left up to them to hook up with EDD, you know, go find a job over there or wherever you can find a job. We just didn't have a vehicle to continue on. But here in San Francisco, it's great that we have a way of connecting the dots.
So now that we have received this training module here, really this is almost like a one-stop facility for veterans.
Definitely.
Outside of the VA, outside of the Employment Development
Correct.
Department, Job Service Office, it's just another resource, but it's a resource that is run by veterans who care for their fellow veterans and want to help them overcome their issues, whatever those issues may be.
Exactly. And these online courses, once you sign up, you can do it at home, you can do it at your leisure. You have a year to complete your course. And you can take as many courses as you want. They're very technical. You know, the 300 or so courses are very technical in nature, and everything from certification, like you said, to basic computer. You know, if you want to know more about PowerPoint, you want to know about Microsoft, you know, the servers, and on and on. There's just a variety of courses that is made possible through these online courses.
And we want to take this opportunity to thank AMVETS, because if you want to be a member of a group that is making a huge difference and a huge impact in the lives of veterans, I would personally like to invite each and every veteran who may be interested, join AMVET, join a veteran service organization, because that is the key. That's how we were able to collaborate and put this all together. It's not just one group doing it, it's a collaboration of groups. So thank you, Commander Wong, so much.
3, 2, 1.
I'm here because I wanted to help thank the thousands of veterans who have served our country and who are now living here in San Francisco. As we come out of this great recession, it's so important that we're putting everyone to work, which is why I am so pleased to be part of the opening of the Veterans Resource Center to make sure that our returning veterans who have so many skills, technical, leadership, management, and business, can really help apply those skills to continuing the great city of San Francisco forward, to make sure that everyone is employed to the fullest extent possible. And I just want to thank all of the partners, our veteran associations, our Veteran Affairs Commission for the work they did to make.
I am very, very happy that we are able to put this project together. It has taken us approximately 2 years to finally begin this journey to assist the veterans who are coming home. And the most important task for the American Legion is to take care of the veterans who are coming home nowadays, because they are the ones who are affected the most by the unemployment, by homelessness. And so therefore, I'm very, very proud of the fact that the American Legion has taken a first step towards helping the veterans who are coming home.